Hi, friends. It's time for our annual trip to Nepal. We're heading over in November, and we would love for you to come join us. Nepal is one of the most amazing places on earth. It's got a amazing culture. It's got mountains. It's got Mount Everest. It's got the eight tallest mountains in the world. It's got a lot of truly amazing things. And this is a trip where we combine charity with sightseeing. And so let me share my screen and show you what we're going to do and the specifics of the trip. And we look forward to having you join us. Let's see. And there we go. Okay. So meet us in Kathmandu on November 6th, and we'll pick you up from the airport and we'll drop you off 10 days later on the 16th. It's a fun overload. We've had so many groups and they all love it. This is a group from Utah Valley University that came with us. Everybody says that it is a life-changing event. You get to work with children and change people's lives. You get to experience local culture, help out in projects, and do some things that you don't get to do every day in your own backyard. Everybody loves the elephant trekking, which is a great way to see rhinos and tigers, etc. Stay away from the tigers. The only place that's safe to see them is from the back of an elephant. Those are 700 pounds of hungry. They have a rhino that is indigenous to Nepal, and it's just a great, great trip, and it's one that you'll enjoy forever. Our main focus is serving the children of Nepal. So we do health camps, assessment, vitamin distribution, school repairs, painting, hygiene kits, etc. Expect to walk a lot and do activities with children who look forward to this once a year trip. They look forward to seeing you. The sightseeing is important, but secondary. And we're not tour guides. We're actually pretty darn good tour guides, but we're merely people that love the children of Nepal and our charity. So we're looking forward to sharing what we love with you. Now, Nepal is a great place, but it's tough in many areas for women. These women are about 4 feet tall and carrying 100-pound loads. The literacy rate can be as low as 10% in some of these areas. So you'll be there with a group that's going to share time with you. You'll share these adventures and create new friendships, especially among children. Hannah is there on the left. She sponsors this little girl for $20 a month and goes to see her in Nepal during these yearly trips. We don't have any formal school, so we teach on the ground, just like Mother Teresa did. Here we are on the banks of the river. But it's a great chance to meet children and to make a difference. These two women, Jody and Lisa, sponsor these children, and they get to go see them on a yearly or bi-yearly basis. Same with Barbara Dunbar over here, Dakota Worrell. They're all sponsoring children, and this is a highlight of the year for them. So we do health assessments and health camps, as well as educating the 700 children in our core program. We also feed starving families when needed. We don't do that normally, but during COVID, we fed 2,000 families. We visit classes and teach on the ground in mountain villages. And you might get a chance to take an amazing picture like this. Jenny took this picture out in front of a monastery. Buddha, this is the birthplace of Buddha, is Nepal. And so we like to visit these monasteries and, when possible, spend a night or two in them. You'll see some of the Hindu rituals like burning the dead on the banks of the river. Mount Everest is in Nepal. Everybody probably knows that. What they don't know is that the 8 tallest mountains in the world are also in Nepal, and the movie 14 Peaks was filmed mostly in Nepal. We do home visits and distributions to children. We have an amazing time creating smiles and educating for the future. We also do some microloans and business startups. So we have a family we train to make quilts, and they make quilts. And we use those quilts and buy those quilts along with other people to keep the elderly and those who are most disadvantaged from freezing to death in the winter. We have suspension bridges, some of the largest ones I've ever seen. And of course, the Agori Babas, the eaters of the dead, and ancient cities. And it's hard to get these guys not to want to pose for a picture, the local cannibal priests. And it's just a time that it seems like time has forgotten this area, because some of these temples predate the time of Christ. In mountain villages, we're distributing these booklets. These are books of writing paper We have 700 children in our core group, but we also do outreach to about 2,000 other children through these schools. Most of these schools are so poor that they don't have writing paper. So if you can imagine, everything is done by rote and by memory. So we have distributed tens of thousands of these booklets of writing paper. It is a time to be grateful for what you have and see how grateful these children are for learning how to read. Now, the costs are usually less than $3,500. I usually say about $3,000. It could be a lot less. This is not a moneymaker for us. We're not looking to make a ton of money off of you people. We just want our friends to come with us, people to get engaged in the program, help with the projects, and come back and share what you saw with other people. So we've had airfare as low as $600. Usually it's $1,400, $1,800. Be in Kathmandu November 6th, and we will pick you up. The estimated costs are transportation, the ground transportation. We charge about $350. That's the only thing you're going to pay to us. And this includes all of our group transportation on the ground while in Nepal. Tourism, depends on what you want to do, but there's a lot of different adventures, and some are free, most are free, but there's some that charge a little bit, but it's very inexpensive. The hotels, $35 a night gets you a nice hotel. So if you're doing double occupancy, it's $1,750 a day per person. Now the food can be either cheap or expensive, but I usually plan on about $200 a day. There's a lot of cheap food, but it's amazing food. This is one of my wife's favorites. And the national food of Nepal are momos. And so they fill those with a vegetarian chicken and let me see here. What would it be? Goat. They don't eat beef in Nepal because it's a Hindu country. So water buffalo, things like that. Only use bottled water. Come join us. You won't be sorry. When January rolls around, you're going to ask yourself, why not? Why didn't I do it? Because you're going to look back on 2023 and say, I had an amazing time. It was an amazing year. And I finished the year off by going to Nepal and doing something truly extraordinary. Or you're going to say, well, it looks like it was just another year and I did the same old things. So to contact us, to register for the trip, reach out to us, RandallandUsha@gmail.com, or call or text Dr. Usha. For those that are wondering, we are in fact a 501c3 U.S. registered charity, and so all donations are tax deductible. That's our website there, www.eternalhopeinternational.com. So again, Nepal, November 6th to the 16th of this year, 2023. Come and experience amazing with us.